Hello, this is Garrett Keane from the School of Civil and Structural Engineering in TU Dublin in Ireland. In this video, I will outline the procedure to carry out a flying levelling survey of a small zone in Kings Inn Park in Dublin. This picture, taken from Google Maps, shows an overhead view of Zone A in Kings Inn Park. Using survey bolts and nails, stations have been established at the four corners of Zone A. These are labelled S1, S2, S3 and S4 going clockwise. The objective of this survey is to calculate the reduced levels of the four stations, and these must be determined with a high degree of accuracy. To achieve this, a closed-loop flying levelling survey will be conducted, starting and finishing at the ordnance benchmark, which is on the gate pillar on Constitution Hill, just outside the gate of the park itself. In addition, spot readings will be taken to Station 5, and a second reading to Station 3 will also be taken. To start the survey, the surveyor must set up the level at position 1, which is on the pavement outside the gate at Constitution Hill. The surveyor should ensure that position 1 is approximately equidistant from the OBM here and the station, the nail at the Station 1 inside Kings Inn Park. The surveyor should also check that there is a clear line of sight through the railings of the gate to S1. If not, the level should be moved until there is a clear line of sight. Here the surveyor sets up the level just outside the gate on Constitution Hill. It is important to ensure that the pavement isn't blocked as people are passing up and down, and therefore the level should be set up close to the gate. But the surveyor should also ensure that he or she has a clear line of sight to the ordnance benchmark and also to the point S1 inside the park. This picture shows a close-up of the pillar just outside on Constitution Hill, just outside the park. You'll see here that there's a tripod here which is etched into the wall, and it's put there by the Ordnance Survey of Ireland, and this is known as an ordnance benchmark. It's marked with chalk in this image here, and the reduced level at this point is 15.790 meters above ordnance datum. In this picture on the right, there are two surveyors. One surveyor is holding the bottom of the staff on the horizontal line of the ordnance benchmark symbol, which is a tripod. The second assistant here is holding the staff and holding that staff vertically so that the surveyor can take a reading onto it. As the previous slide shows, the assistant must hold the staff vertically at the ordnance benchmark, which is here, and he must ensure that the bottom of the staff is placed on the horizontal line of the ordnance benchmark symbol, possibly with the help of a second assistant. From position number 1, the surveyor must take a reading on the staff held at the ordnance benchmark to 3 decimal places. The direction of this reading is shown in the green arrow in the illustration. The surveyor must book the reading as a backside on the first row of the booking sheet over here, and the surveyor should also enter the reduced level of the ordnance benchmark on the ORL column, and also put in OBM, the label, and the reduced level in the comment column. This picture shows the surveyor and his assistants in the process of taking this first backside reading at the ordnance benchmark on Constitution Hill. When the backside reading has been taken to the ordnance benchmark, the assistant with the staff must then move to Station 1. And turn around, the assistant will face the surveyor and hold the staff vertically on the nail marking the station. The surveyor remains at position 1 up here and then takes a reading onto the staff held at station 1 to 3 decimal points. The arrow in white shows the direction of the reading. The surveyor books the reading as a foresight on the second row of the booking sheet, and also writes in S1 indicating the reading is taken onto station 1 and CP indicating that it's a change point in the columns column. Each time the level is set up in a new position, you must take it backside to the previous point. Any subsequent reading is either an intermediate sight if the level is not going to be moved after you take the reading, or else you book it as a foresight if it is going to be moved, which is the case here. In this case, the point is denoted as a change point, just explaining the CP in the brackets after S1. In the next step, having taken both readings from position 1, the assistant will stay at position 1, but will rotate the staff to face position 2 when the surveyor is ready to take a reading. Position 2 is shown over here. The surveyor takes down the level and puts it back in his box and folds up the tripod. The surveyor then proceeds to position 2 and sets up the level. Position 2 can be any point which is approximately equidistant from S1 and S2. In this example it's shown in the middle in a straight line, but it could be to either side if there was an obstruction. The assistant holds the staff vertically at S1 while the surveyor takes the reading. The surveyor takes a reading onto the staff held at S1 to 3 decimal places, and that can be shown in the green arrow pointing from position 2 to S1. The surveyor will book this reading as a backside on the second row of the booking sheet. This is a backside onto S1. So each row on the booking sheet refers to a physical point in space. Any point with a backside and a foresight on the same row in the booking sheet is a change point. After the foresight is booked, the level is moved to a new position before the backside is taken back to the same point. When the backside has been taken onto S1, the assistant with the staff will move to station 2. He will turn around to face the surveyor and hold the staff vertically on the survey bolt marking the station. The surveyor will remain at position 2, but will turn around to take a reading onto the staff held at S2 to 3 decimal places. The direction of this reading can be seen with the white arrow here, going from position 2 to S2. The surveyor books this reading as a foresight on the third row of the booking sheet and writes S2 CP in the comments column. When the foresight to S2 has been recorded and booked, the assistant will stay in position S2, but will rotate the staff around to face position S3 when the surveyor is ready to take a reading. The surveyor will take down the level at station 2, put it back in its box, and then move across to position 3 to set up the level again. Once again, position 3 can be any point which is approximately equidistant between S2 and S3. This will reduce or cancel out any collimation error which may exist in the instrument. The assistant holds the staff vertically at S2 while the surveyor takes the reading. The surveyor takes the reading onto S2 to 3 decimal points from position 3, and that can be seen in the green arrow going from position 3 to S2. The reading is booked as a backside on the same row on the booking sheet. So S2, which is a change point, contains the foresight taken from position 2 and the backsight taken from position 3. The assistant then moves to station 3, turns around to face the surveyor at position 3, and holds the staff vertically on the nail marking the station. The surveyor takes a reading onto the staff held at station 3 to 3 decimal places, and that can be seen in the white arrow going from position 3 to S3. The reading is booked as a foresight on the next row of the booking sheet, and the label S3CP is written into the columns column. This is a picture showing two pictures, one showing the surveyor taking a reading backwards, the backsight from position 3 to station 2, and the foresight from position 3 to station 3, like so. Having taken the foresight from position 3 to station 3, the assistant will stay in position at station 3, but will turn around to face position 4 when the surveyor is ready to take a reading. The surveyor will take down the level and move from position 3 to position 4 to set up the level up there. Once again, position 4 can be any point which is equidistant from S3 and S4. The assistant stays in position at S3 and holds the staff vertically there while the surveyor takes the reading. The surveyor takes the reading back onto S3 to 3 decimal points, and this can be shown in the green arrow pointing from position 4 to S3 over here. The reading is booked as a backsight on the same row corresponding to S3 on the booking sheet. In the previous slides, the foresights are shown as white arrows. The backsights are shown as green arrows, and a new type of reading will be introduced here, which is known as the intermediate sight, which will be shown with a yellow arrow. In this case, we want to take a spot reading from position 4 onto station 5. So in this case, the assistant will move with the staff from S3 to S5. He will turn around to face the surveyor and hold the staff vertically on the nail marking the station. The surveyor remains at station 4 and takes a reading onto the staff held at S5 to 3 decimal places as before. This time, however, the reading can be shown, and in this case by the yellow arrow going from position 4 to S5, and the yellow arrow indicates that it's an intermediate sight, so it's booked in the center column, the IS column on the next row. And S5 is written into the comments column to indicate that this reading is taken on to station 5. Note that this is not a change point. The assistant will then move from station 5 to station 4. Turns around to face the surveyor, still at position 4, and holds the staff vertically on the nail marking this station. The surveyor, staying on position 4, takes the staff reading onto station 5 to 3 decimal points. This is shown, the direction of this reading is shown by the white arrow here, going from position 4 to station 4. The reading is booked as a foresight on the next row of the booking sheet, and S4CP is put into the comments column. Having taken all the readings from position 4, the assistant will stay at station 4, but the surveyor will move from position 4 to position 5. and set up the level at that position. Once again, position 5 can be any point which is equidistant from S4 and S1. The assistant then stays at position station 4 while the surveyor takes a reading onto the staff at S4 to 3 decimal places, and this is shown, direction this reading is shown as the green arrow here. Going from position 5 to S4, the reading is booked as a backside on the same row on the booking sheet. So it is a backside onto S4. The next task is to take a spot reading from position 5 back to station 3. So the assistant will move to back to station 3 from S4, turn around to face the surveyor at position 5. The surveyor, who remains at position 5, then takes a reading onto the staff held at S3 to 3 decimal places, and that can be shown in the yellow arrow shown here, the direction of the reading, going from position 5 to S3. The reading is booked as an intermediate site on the next row here, and S3 is written in the comments column. Once again, having taken the spot check on to S3, the assistant then moves back to S1 to continue on with the flying survey. So the assistant moves to S1 and then faces the surveyor, who still remains at position 5. From position 5, the surveyor takes a reading onto the staff held at S1 to 3 decimal places. This can be seen, the direction of this reading can be seen with the white arrow shown here, going from position 5 to S1. The reading is booked as a 4 site on the booking sheet, and the label S1 is written in the comments column, with CP in brackets afterwards to indicate that it is a change point. Having taken the 4 site from position 5 to S1, the assistant will now stay in position S1 and rotate the staff to face position 6, which is where the surveyor is going to move to next. The surveyor sets up the level at a new location called position 6, which once again is on the pavement outside the gate at Constitution Hill. The position 6 can be somewhere close to the original setup position 1. As with position 1, check the position 6 is approximately equidistant from the OBM and S1. So it doesn't have to be exactly the same point, but it's going to be somewhere very close. But once again, you must ensure that there's clear line of sight through the railings of the gate to S1 when the level is set up. Just note for clarity in the illustration here, the arrows for the first 2 readings are being taken off this picture, just so we can see how the arrows for the next 2 slides. So the assistant once again is staying here at S1 while the surveyor takes the reading. The surveyor takes the staff reading at S1 from position 6 out here in Constitution Hill to 3 decimal places. It's shown in the green arrow here, going from position 6 to S1. The reading is booked as a backside on the same row on the booking sheet, because it's a backside onto S1. Having taken the backside from position 6 to S1, the assistant will then move to the ordnance benchmark and will hold the staff vertically at that position with the bottom of the staff placed on the horizontal line of the OBM symbol on the gate pillar. The surveyor will rotate the level around and take the staff reading at the OBM to 3 decimal places. This reading, the direction of this reading can be seen by the small white arrow here, going from position 6 to the OBM. The reading is booked as a foresight on the last row of the booking sheet, and the label OBM 15.790 meters above ordnance datum is placed in the comment column. The survey is now complete, and the next step is to determine the reduced levels using the rise and fall method.